Om Kring Kalikaye Namaha. 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 Om Kring Kali Kaye 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 Namaha. Om Kring. Who is the Divine Mother Kali Ma? There are many ways of connecting with the Divine Mother Kali Ma, and I have shown some ways of connecting to Kali Ma. But who is the Divine Mother Kali Ma? Is she just what people think she is? Is she that terrifying presence that Christians, Muslims, and atheists alike all show to prove how futile Hinduism is, how ridiculous it is, and how evil it is, how terrible it is? Is the Divine Mother Kali Ma the images that are invoked in those who do not believe in her? Even many Hindus will be disgusted and turned off by the Divine Mother Kali Ma in her visage. But I assure you that every symbol, every picture that you see of the Divine Mother Kali Ma, every one that is spiritually inspired anyway, will be very, very allegorical. Now, I've described in my videos how the Divine Mother Kali Ma here has the heads of demons around her neck severed, and they also represent every letter of the Sanskrit alphabet, showing that she uses language and conquers it, but she is not ruled by it. She's not ruled by the logic of the tongue. I have said how the Trishula represents Tamas, Rajas, and Sattva, or the trident known to some, and it represents the three natures: darkness, restlessness, and purity, Sattva, and how if we wield them correctly in this world, we can be balanced, and the Divine Mother Kali Ma rules this balance. And of course, she is the energy that is on top of Shiv material, or you could say side by side with Shiv. Energy and matter both serving their purpose here and realms higher and lower. And of course, we have the arms that she uses as her dress or skirt, in other words, Those arms represent actions of our devotees that were restless, dark, or fruitless, and we allow our actions to be an offering to her, that she may sever them and take them into her and basically consume those actions and destroy them. All those actions that we made out of materialism, out of greed, out of spite, out of revenge, out of anger, out of hatred, we offer up these actions to her, or desires especially to do these actions. We offer them up to Kali Ma, and she severs them from us, and we are freed from them. Now, it's more the ideas, the desires, not necessarily forgiving for past sins, I guess you could say, the idea of the actions around her skirt, but it can also be understood as mercy, I guess. However, let's go on to things that are beyond this tapestry I have behind me. The Divine Mother Kali Ma is vast. She is the mother of creation directly after God became two. She is consort of Shiv. But I play with many of these ideas in my head, but what I really want to get at here is that there are many ways to connect with the Divine Mother Kali Ma, many ways to let her into yourself. Now, what does the Divine Mother Kali Ma do once you become her devotee and you truly accept her as your Divine Mother, as I have? You start to see the illusory nature of reality. You start to see how all the threads are connected to different desires and fears, and they weave into fate, I guess you could say. We creating our own fate through our past actions, the karma of them, and then Dharma is the overriding order or lack thereof, the overriding essence of reality. It has been said before that Dharma is about empathy and growth. It is not about justice. But empathy and growth are what this universe is trying to move us towards. We need to grow, and we need to feel for other people. Now, the Divine Mother Kali Ma is one of those vast beings that's very hard to get close to. But if you're naturally attuned to that kind of energy, then it can be easier. And even if you're not, if you work hard enough, she will notice you. Some of the things that I started to really feel as far as revelations go, I started to picture Kali Ma in this image of light. And that's how Kali Ma really looks. It's an image of a combination of white light and red light. Very, very bright white light and very, not deep red, but very light red light. And you start to feel love emanating into you once you start to develop an image of her in your head. Now, I imagine her as a vast being of mainly white light and then soft red light around her in this very illuminated, vast, world space. And she is so large. We are kind of sitting on her lap, and I imagine myself walking up to her lap, and in her lap is this planet of, you could say, spiritual forests, energetic, free, pure, and calm forests, where her devotees of light walk, converse, learn from one another, and they all exist in her lap. And I think that when we picture her, once we start to be given an image of her, and we picture ourselves walking towards her, we start to being able to connect to other beings that are devotees of the Divine Mother Kali Ma, or other spiritual beings that have interests in illuminating themselves and helping others, being nice to others, and interests in love for everything. We can communicate to each other in this forest in her lap. But you might not feel a forest is really how you envision, her lap or what's in her lap. Or perhaps you don't envision being in her lap at all, you just imagine her face. But the common denominator is that she will be mainly basically composed of light. She will be nothing like the images we find in this world. These images that we find in this world are very allegorical, they're very metaphorical. And what she really looks like is this mother that loves everything around her and shows her love through bringing illumination throughout creation upon not only her children, but everyone. And she is the Divine Mother that can go by other names, not just Kali Ma. You can call her Durga, you can call her a number of other goddesses, but the Divine Mother aspect of Kali Ma is that same essence that is second only to the spirit beyond creation, only to, I guess you could say, the ultimate form of God that is infinite. But once I was given this image, you have to kind of start piecing together images in your mind, how you view her, and then they'll slowly start to become at home in your heart. So every time that before I eat something, I always put my hands together, and I I put my eyes in the direction of my third eye between my eyebrows, and I say, "Thank you, Divine Mother Kali Ma, for this food I'm about to eat. This food is Brahmin. I am Brahmin. All is Brahmin." And then I keep my eyes up towards my third eye, and I slowly bow, and then I imagine this picture of her in my third, with my third eye, of this light and this forest in her lap. And sometimes it's just the light emanating from her face that is light, pure light. And then I imagine that, and I bow and raise up, keeping eyes up to the third eye, hold, and then I eat. Now, little things like that will help you throughout your day. I've just showed you a few different puja elements that I use with Kali Ma, but you can learn about Kali Ma through several books, but Yogananda actually taught me a lot about Kali Ma throughout his books, his audiobooks mainly. And, there's bits and pieces here and there that I picked up, but then I started following these pieces and started to realize the Divine Mother Kali Ma is behind, true love. She emanates this love that only somebody who worships God through a Divine Mother sense can feel. And I like to have a statue of Kali Ma. The one that I have is has a brass outside, but it can be brass, bronze, silver, gold. It doesn't matter. Just some shiny, I guess you could say, metal, so that when you're burning ghee or offering to her, light can be reflected off of it, just like the light that Kali Ma sends out. You need to meditate on Kali Ma, and you can use the mantra that I just chanted many times with my mala of Om Kring Kali Kaye Namaha Om. It basically attunes you to Kali Ma, and you become more one with her. And all of her children are destined to come back into her light, be a part of her light once more. All those who accept that form of Kali Ma, or sometimes people don't worship the Divine Mother at all. Sometimes people think that it's just God and there's no second. And you can merge with the light of God, and that's fine too, but some of us prefer the Divine Mother presence of God, and we worship God through that, and that's what I do. There are other personal ways that I relate to Kali Ma, but just always understand that she is behind certain thoughts. She is always in your mind. You just have to turn to her within. It doesn't matter what you do without, but as long as you're constantly thinking about her. And what does it mean to be the Divine Mother of all of creation? How does she manifest in the love in the real world? Who, can we even call her a who? Or is she just a vast force? A force that is conscious, but a vast force that is nothing like humanity, and there's truth to that. She's not confined or individualized. She is this vast force. So try to feel that force within, meditate on her, and try to be that extension of her light in this world that you can be. And you can be an extension of the Divine Mother Kali Ma and shed light on this world and allow other people to find liberation through love, light, and order, truth, happiness, contentment. You can be that in people's lives. You can be that emanation of her light in this world and in the worlds to come. And in the astral realm, perhaps we will reach Haranya Loka together. Haranya Loka is the planet that Paramahansa Yogananda's master, Swami Sri Yukteswar, went to teach souls, because that was his next stage, and also it's much easier in Haranya Loka in the astral realm for people to follow. Very, not necessarily strict, but very practice-intensive spiritual understandings and spiritual yogas that you practice just constantly in astral realms. And it's very pleasant in astral realms for people in the positive side of the astral realm, and not the hells or something like that. And nobody ever goes to astral realm forever. There's a causal realm above, and then people in the astral hells come back to Earth or other planets eventually. But it's very pleasant, and the Divine Mother Kali Ma is very much more manifested in the astral realm, so it's easier to see her. Here we have to picture her, imagine her, attune ourselves to her, and still it's very hard to see with our physical eyes, but sometimes, just sometimes, we can. And we must keep this in mind. Keep our understanding that it isn't about coming home and worshiping. It's always about living your life through a connection to the Divine Mother Kali Ma if you want to get close to her. So I have more information to say, but this video has gone on for too long, so I'll say it in another video later on. And of course, I have the Puja video that I'll probably upload with this one, depending. But hey, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, shoot it down in the comment section below. If you want to support me on Patreon, I'm at www.patreon.com/darkrealist, capital D, capital R. I only ask for $1 a month. Please subscribe. You get a little bit of extra content and things that I write and such. At any rate, I hope you find the Divine Mother Kali Ma, and I hope that this information helped you. Jai Kali Ma, and I will see all of you in the future.